turn it to the Congo. Baby, I got me. Baby, I got me. Yeah, that's all I need. Yeah, that's all.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film this video about my experience or all about beauty school, because when I attended beauty school. I graduated in 2013, but before I enrolled, I was looking through YouTube trying to find videos like on people's experiences, what I should expect, and I couldn't find any. So it hit me that this is a great idea to like make a video about this, because probably there's a lot of people who's like searching for the video right now.
Whew. I'm freaking winded as hell.
But yeah, like I was looking for the same information, so I'm pretty sure there are a whole lot of people who's like, you know, trying to like see, you know, what it's about beforehand. So I attended Empire Beauty School at the Manhattan 34th Street campus, and it was so I attended Empire Beauty School, like I said, at 34th Street in Manhattan, and that was it was an interesting experience. Like, I'm a very, like, I grew up in the hood, so I can take a lot. Like, I'm not easily shook by seeing some craziness. I'm from New York City, so I've seen fights on the train, I've seen rats before, I've seen dog eating no, not all that, but like I've seen some crazy shit. So for the most part, I think I'm a very strong person. I'm not shocked by a lot of things. So it wasn't really a big deal. Like, even if the school was ratchet as hell, I mean, I'm not saying I would attend it, but you know, like, yeah, like I'm not shocked by a lot of things. Like, when you're from the city, if you're from like a really hectic place like New York or Chicago, you're not, you know, it's not that serious. So basically, when I went into Empire, they had like a little interview. Like, they have, like, you know, when you have like a little advisor, like someone who's like assigned to take on you, like for anything, any questions you have, like you go to that person or whatever. So I had an advisor, should I say her name? Miss Angela Jordan. She was really nice. Like, we related in a lot of ways. And like, they just ask you, like, you fill out a paper, like, why is it that you want to attend beauty school? What do you have to gain? What are your goals? Things like that. Like, just shit like that. So they kind of, like, I'm not gonna lie, they sell you a dream. Like, they'll be like, oh yeah, we have this available, we have this available, we have this available, we have wig making classes, we have makeup classes, we have this classes. Because when I enrolled in beauty school, I went for makeup. Like, I was into makeup. I wanted to get, like, you know, like, I wanted them to teach me makeup. Like, I knew I'm self-taught, so it's like I never went to any classes or anything like that. I've been wearing makeup since I was about 15. I was a sophomore in high school, so like, it started with eyeliner, mascara, like foundation was the last thing that I put on my face. Like, yeah. So I went through the whole process. Like, they signed me up, like I came for the orientation and all of that, and then like when they give you a tour, like they sign you up, and then when you get into the school, you're like, okay, yeah, I want to get into this class, I want to get in that class. They were like, oh, okay, well that's $500. Okay, well that's $15,000. Like, you're dumbfounded. You're like, oh, I thought you guys said you guys had makeup classes. I thought you said you had wig making classes. I thought you said you had hair braiding classes. Yeah, that's separate. Like, you're gonna have to pay extra. So that's like something that I was kind of like blindsided about. Like, damn, like y'all didn't even tell me, like, off rip that I gotta pay extra. So that's like, they kind of get you, and then it's like, when you're in, it's like, okay, this and this. So that, I know a lot of people had problems, like, if you're paying out of pocket, unless you're like a army person or whatever it is, like army vet, whatever you call them, like, you know, your school gets paid for. But as far as like, people had problems, like if you chose to like take out loans, or if you chose to like pay what, $500 a month. It's, how long is the program? Like 8, is it 8 months? It's 8 or 9 months. And I think like for New York, you have to complete a total of 1,000 hours. And you can check online for other states, but it's like in New York, I know for sure you have to complete 1,000 hours. So that is where I went wrong. I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. I'm just like, as I'm remembering, I'm just like touching on it. So yeah, like that's one thing. Like I am not a morning person at all. At all. If I don't have to work the next day, I wake up 12:30, which is horrible. I'm working on that. I'm working on that, because it's like, you know, your whole day is gone by the time you wake up. Anywho, let me stay on the subject. I'm not a morning person. So school started at what, 8:30, and it ended at 5. So that shit is like a job right there. And it's like, you have to keep in your mind that I'm paying for this one way or another. Either I'm getting financial aid and then I have to pay it back when I graduate, or you're paying out of pocket. Either way, you're paying for this. So I was young. How old was I? 19? I was 19. Fresh. I was gonna say fresh out of high school. Yes, I graduated high school when I was 19. I went to alternative high school, but I'll make another video on that. Like, don't worry, I wasn't in special ed or anything like that. No offense, but I graduated when I was like 19. So as soon as I finished high school, I went straight to beauty school. Like 2 months later, I took like a little break, and then I was like, oh, beauty school. That was my dream. Like, that was my dream. Like, I just wanted to like go to beauty school. What the hell was I talking about again? So yeah, so basically you have to stay on track. It's not like, all right, where you'll be late and then they'll call your parents. No one's saying anything to you unless you have a really nice, caring teacher. We switch teachers every month. Is it every month or every 2 months? Every month, every 2 months, we get a new teacher. So like, you never stay with the same teacher unless like you're just very lucky. So unless you have a really caring teacher that really cares and really see you going on a wrong path and like really want you to succeed, no one's gonna say anything to you. So like I said, school was starting at 8 o'clock. You have till 1 o'clock till you can show up. You cannot show up after 1 o'clock. Like, if you just so happen to, unless you went to the doctor, you had some type of appointment, then bring in your papers, stuff like that. But like, you can't show up. So I'll be waking up at 12:30. I lived in Brooklyn and I had to get to Manhattan within a half hour. So yeah, most days it was like that. So there was this thing called overtime. Like, you are allowed a certain amount of hours where you can be late. Once you pass that hour, like, you start getting charged. And once you're past the like point of getting charged, that's when they drop you. So I got warnings, like about friggin' 5 warnings. Like, then they put me on this thing where it's like, you can stay after school for about an hour. They had like, anyone who want to graduate faster, or anyone who like, if you were late and you want to make up an hour, you can do that. So I used to do that sometimes, but then like, you know, after school, I'm saying it like it's school, like it had adults in there. There's like 30, 40-year-old women who, you know, but yeah, other than that, yeah. But it was really petty. Like, that shit was like high school, I'm telling you. So anywho, like, after school, you're seeing like, oh, we're going to the bar. Like, you don't want to be sitting there doing blowouts when all your friends is going to the bar. So I'm like, you know, I'm getting distracted. Like, damn, like, I told the advisor that I would make up my hour today so I can be on track, but we're going to Blockheads. Yeah. So So what ended up happening is I was this close to graduating. This close, literally. And 3 days before I was supposed to graduate, dropped is when, remember when I was saying when you get past the point of being charged, when you're just like, went over your hours. I went over my hours and I got dropped. So not that it was anyone else's fault but mine's, but I just felt like the person who dropped me, she looked so happy. Like, you know when someone's delivering you bad news, like, your car just got towed. Sign this paper. You can see, like, this person's like, they have no remorse for you. Like, they're just like, so yeah, you're getting dropped. Sign this paper, check right there, your signature, clean out your locker. You have 10 days to come pick up your stuff if your locker's not cleaned out, or else we're gonna clip your locker and we're gonna have a locker sale where we'll sell this $1,500 kit for $2 a pop, basically. So that's how, like, the lady, I'm gonna say her name because she was such a bitch.
Miss Jen from Empire Beauty School in Manhattan. I'm sorry, but you were a bitch if you're watching this. For, like, I can tell you was happy to see me go.
But yeah. So, but yeah, it was my fault because I was just not taking it seriously. It's like something, like, you know when you're doing something for fun, like, most people there, they're like, okay, when you come to Empire, you're like, okay, like, I want to do this. I'm gonna be whipping out the styles, blow dry, this. Like, it was fun at times. We had competitions. Like, Halloween came, we would have Halloween shows where everyone, like, you would not believe the shit that you can do out of hair. Like, we would have, like, you know, braiding hair, pink. We would make, like, a dress. Oh my god. Like, if I can find some pictures, I will put it in here.
Oh wow.
Like, the shit that we made, like, we had shows all the time, like avant-garde kind of things. It was fun. But, like, there was parts where it's like fights, like, it was so immature. Like, girls come into beauty school so defensive already. Like, you can be like, I like your shoes, girl. They'll be like, what? I wear nice shoes every day. And you'll be like, baby girl, like, I was just telling you I liked your shoes. Like, there was countless, I'm not gonna say fights, unless they were, like, in the privacy of, like, a little street corner around the back of the school or something like that. But we weren't allowed to fight. Like, if you were fight, that's it. Like, you're gone. Like, you're out of the school. So people didn't really fight, but there was a lot of arguments. There was a lot of, like, oh, why is she this girl, like, I was friends with her, but, like, she was so petty. Like, she would get mad if she gets, like, a little old lady with, like, fine disappearing hair, and, like, someone else gets, like, a young girl with hair cascading down her back. She'll, like,
oh, like, it's funny how people who don't know how to do hair is getting all these long hair. I keep getting these bald-headed bitches.
Like, she really said that. Like, you really feel that strongly? Like, really? Like, it's that serious? Like, you're upset because you're not getting Rapunzel ass bitches? So yeah, like, it was just things like that. Another thing with beauty school, you cannot, if you're a very wholesome person, as far as, like, you're very, like, you have to, it's very worldly. Like, the LGBT community is in there. Like, they're in there. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. If whoever wants to do hair, they can do hair. Like, that has nothing to do with me. I'm not bothered by seeing a man in a wig. I'm not bothered by, well, not anymore. Like, you know, sometimes it's shocking, but, like, I mean, that's the world we live in. So it's like, there will be guys. There was one guy. Oh my god, like, there was one guy, like, he had breast implants. I guess you know what? Let me stay away from this. I don't want to offend anyone. But yeah, like the LGBT community is in there and ready to go. Like there's transvestites, there's like whatever else, and you have to be fine with it. Like if you're homophobic, then I don't know what to tell you. You can't just go in there looking at people like, oh my god, like he has on heels. Oh my god, like he's like voguing down the hallway. You're gonna see shit like that. So that, what else? Like there's like battles, like real battles, like with the classes. Like everyone classes is better than the other one. Like, and it's hair and makeup, so people are always gonna be competitive when it comes to that. It's like it's just basically a whole bunch of bitch feelings going on. Like it has girls. On top of that, it has gay guys who want to be girls or who doesn't want to be girls. It has trannies who are like very flamboyant and who wants to like fucking do all of this in your face, and you may not be with it one day, and you may be in the right mood to slap a bitch. So you have to deal with stuff like that. You have to deal with attitude. You have to deal with the customer. Like, oh my, one time I got this customer, like this client. We call them clients. So it was this like old Caucasian lady, and we have a salon floor, and we have like, how many floors do we have? Was it 3? No, 2. 2 or 3. I think 2. So it'll be like a salon floor, and on that same floor we'll have like classrooms. And then we'll have the other floor where it's just classrooms and like the cafeteria and stuff. So I was on the salon floor where it's like you do hair. Like clients come in, it's just like a real salon. Like you just work on your mannequin hand. We have a thing called tech sheet, where it's like they give you every week, you get a sheet of things that you need to complete by certain days. You'll get like pin curls, you get a blowout, you'll get perm rods. Oh my god, perm rod week is the worst. You have to do like bricklayer, regular perm rods, spiral perm rods. Like that just drove me mad, honestly. Hello?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
Bye. So yeah, just things like that. Like you have to like learn how to do a lot of things. Like you have to like, something that was just fun for you, it might become tiring. Like I met people who in beauty school, like who came in so excited, they was the best hair stylist ever, and 3 months into it they were like, I don't think this is for me. Like I don't see myself doing someone's hair every day. But oh yeah, the lady, I'm sorry, I get so off topic. So the Caucasian lady, she was old. I thought she was cool because like we would have repetitive clients. Some of them would prefer one person, especially if they like the person to do their hair, but some people just don't give a shit. Like whoever can do my hair. So I never paid attention to her, but I would always see her. So one day I got her and I took her to the sink to get her hair washed, and there was like a little drop of water. And before I got a chance to wipe it, she was like, can you wipe that? I'm like, sure, like, no problem, I'll wipe it for you. I wiped it. She was like, it's still there. So I was like, wiped it again. It's still there. Like, do you not see that? It's still there. So I'm like, okay, like, this is going to be a problem. So I put her to sit, and I went to my instructor, and I said, this lady is being kind of rude, and I don't think I want to do her hair. So my instructor like came over, and she kind of like washed the hair for me. But the lady was like talking shit. Like the lady was like, oh, I don't know why you have to go to her for, so and so, like talking shit. So I'm like, oh, I'm definitely not doing your hair. Like I'm definitely not touching your hair. So we had this, in my class there was this like white girl, Caucasian girl, whatever. Her name was Nicole. And that's like another story. And she was like, oh, you don't want to do her hair? I'll take her. Nice as hell. The lady was nice as hell to her. So I basically feel like I'm not a type of person who just feel like everything is racism. But like I feel like she was low-key racist. Like as soon as she didn't even look, like she started attacking me from the jump. Like it was like, it was a problem. Like anything that I did, I feel like if I would have been like, okay, so what do you want done to your hair? She would have been like, what do you mean? Like I felt like she had a bad vibe. It's like she something was off with her already. But she saw like probably it was like, oh, this black girl is gonna do my hair. Like I honestly think that's what it is. I couldn't be wrong, but hey. So what else can I tell you guys? But yeah, just like if it's, and okay, when I heard if you're going to beauty school for makeup, I would rather, you should look into a class instead of beauty school if you're strictly about makeup. I was open to it. I started doing hair first, like I like little things like ponytail with gel, stuff like that. Then I was like, I like this hair stuff. I'm talking about even before beauty school. So when they told me like, okay, like the makeup classes is something separate, I was like, damn, do I really want to do this? Because they don't really focus on makeup. But then when I thought about it, I'm getting my cosmetology license. So when you have your cosmetology license, you can be an esthetician. You can.
My God.
You're outside?
Yeah, no.
Alright, bye. Certain places, even if it's a makeup store, like a makeup boutique or something like that, I've called certain places like when I was looking for a job, and I'm like, hi, you guys hiring makeup places? And they were like, yeah, we're only hiring licensed cosmeticians though. So that's why it's good to like actually like get your whole license instead of like a class or certificate. Just do the license. Like dealing with people, like it was, you have your little, this world is crazy. You're gonna always have to deal with somebody. There's always gonna be someone with an attitude. When you become a hairstylist or a cosmetician or whatever it is, a makeup artist, you're always gonna have to deal with rude people. You might have a customer who's rude as hell, but she loves the way you do her makeup. She loves the way you do her hair. She might pay you freaking how much money. She just might be rude. Unless she goes too far, then you can decide for yourself if you want to deal with someone like that or not. But it is what it is. It's worth it. It's really worth it. Like something that you have forever, that like you can take a globe and spin it, pick one spot, whatever spot that shit lands on, you can move there. And just because you have the hands that you do, whether you're using it to do hair, makeup, eyebrows, eyelashes, whatever, you can make money. You can pick up today and move there and make money because you have your cosmetology license and you know how to do hair. And everyone's always gonna need their hair or their makeup done. Everyone's gonna need their eyebrow wax. Everyone's gonna need their legs waxed. Anyone. So it's such a good career to like, take part in. Like I love it. Like even though the struggle was real when I was in there, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But like I love it. Like even though the struggle was real when I was in there, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But after I got dropped, I had to pay $1,000 because I had to pay off my overtime charges in order to get back into school. And then when I got back into school, I had to complete 3 days. So I was like, damn it, I couldn't let me slide for the rest of the 3 days. But no, had to pay, did my 3 days, took my cosmetology test, got my license, and here I am today. I am a makeup artist and a hairstylist. So basically, like, just if you're going to do it, do it. Don't mess around. Because like I said, that $1,000, I didn't have it. I had to like stack up for like 3 months to pay that off. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to take a test after I paid it off to get back into school so they could see how much I remember, how much did I know. If I didn't know what I was supposed to know, they would have put me back like 3 weeks. And instead of completing 3 days, I would have to do 3 weeks. So basically, that's my beauty school experience. I'm sorry that this was kind of all over the place. But like as I'm like recalling memories, I'm just like saying it before I forget it. So yeah, if you guys want, I can do a part 2 or whatever it is. But hopefully this helps somebody. And this is only about Empire Beauty School because this is where I went. So I'm not talking about Aveda. I'm not talking about Hair Design Institute. I'm not talking about everyone. But this is my experience at Empire Beauty School at 34th Street. So good luck to you if you do decide to take my advice and go ahead on this journey to becoming a cosmetologist. But okay, don't fuck up.